Hey everybody, it's Jamie here. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the Colony gameplay that with the game I wrote, and it's now available to play and buy on Steam. This is the main menu, and I'll just go into the easy game. And to move around in the game, use the WASD keys. D will turn to the right and A will turn to the left. W pans down, S pans up, so it's like a spaceship. The space bar is what makes you add speed and makes you go forward. Now while you hold down the space bar, you will accelerate up to a speed of 4,000. Now once you get past a certain speed, you can see that there's fuel and there's warp fuel, and once you get past a certain speed you will be using the warp fuel up. So if you can see, I'll go a little bit and I'm using up fuel, and then after I get past 1,000 I start to use warp fuel. You can also see at the top there's a game time, and that is for your high scores, how fast you've beaten the game. Some other things you have to notice are the living resources that are down below. Those are counting down, so if that gets to 0, you lose the game. Also your ship damage, if your ship damage gets to 100%, then your ship is destroyed, you'll lose the game. And the goal is to get to a certain number of human population, and that's based on the easy, medium, and hard game that you've chosen. So I'll show you a little bit here. I'll fly up to this planet. Now you want to be careful and not fly past the planet. So I try to keep my speed around 500 or 600, so when I get closer I can let off of the spacebar and I'll slow down to a stop. Once you're close enough, you'll see the planet changes to a blue effect, and there was a press P to send a probe message that popped up. So I hit P on the keyboard and that will probe the planet. The planet is uninhabited, so there's no aliens on this planet. If there were, you could hit the alien detail button, you'd see the alien and get a description. You can colonize this planet, and you can see down here that used up one of the Genesis groups. And you can also collect resources off of the planet. Okay, so now this planet is red now because I've colonized it. Now if I send another probe, I can see that colonization is still underway. I can come back in a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, how long it takes for this planet to colonize, and I can start to see whether it was successful or not, and also what the humans are growing on the planet to add to my human population. The inventory that I picked up you can look at by hitting I, and this will show you the elements that I picked up off of the planet. Now you need to take some of these elements and combine them together to create things like the living resources. You can repair ship damage. You can create fuel, so if you run out of fuel you can create probes. So you would choose 2 elements and try to combine them. Now that says no results, so oxygen and aluminum don't make anything. But let's say, for example, aluminum and iron makes ship repairs. Now I didn't have any ship damage, so you don't see anything here, but if I'd have had ship damage, that would have gone down. Different elements make different levels of repairs and living resources. So you'll have to experiment and find different combinations. So now I'm just looking around for another planet. You can fly around a little bit. You can look up. And over, that's the planet I've already discovered. In the easy game, the planets aren't very far apart at all. So they shouldn't be too far away from this one. But they are randomly placed. So they can be anywhere. There's one. There's a couple. So I'm going really, really fast, so I'm not going to slow down in time to catch that planet. And there's no brakes in space. So I need to turn around and come back. Try to reacquire that planet. There it is. So I flew by it, and so it actually marked it, but I wasn't able to probe it because I was going too fast. So you can see there it says send P to send a probe. This planet is also uninhabited. I'll colonize it. I'll pick up the elements, and I'll move on. There's one. That might be the planet I already had. There's another one. Oh, you can see there's a bunch over here on the left. Oh, I'm going too fast. Let's fly up to this one. Trying to get one that has an alien on it so you can see. Inch up to the planet. Okay, so this has an alien. Look at the details and you'll see what he looks like. And he's peaceful, so I don't have to attack him. I can try to colonize the planet without attacking him, and I can still gather some resources from the planet. Now there'll be some, there's another planet, aliens that are not, they're hostile, and so you will have to choose to attack them, and that's when you'll end up with ship damage, and you may or may not be successful in defeating them. So you can see also too, my human population is still at 0. That means that the other planets that I've colonized were not successful. Alright, so here's an alien. They are hostile. That means I have to conquer them before I can collect any resources or colonize the planet. Okay, this says I lost and I had ship damage. So I can try again, and this time I won. It's completely random, and it's also based on each alien has a different level. There are some aliens in the game that are unbeatable, and you'll find those out. I can colonize the planet now that I've defeated them, and I can collect the resources. And I can move on. So if you hit escape, you get a pause menu. Everything pauses. The game time pauses, the living resources pauses, and you can get back to the game. You can look at the instructions. You can quit, back to the main menu, which will end your progress. It will not save your progress. These are short little games meant to be little one-offs. There's no save game. But if I go back to the main menu, I can look at my high scores, and I can see how long it took me to beat the easy game, and that's 821 seconds. Alright, so that's it. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, I'll be more than happy to work on some of them, as long as they're reasonable. If you ask that you can fly down to the planet and actually beat the aliens in a first-person shooter style game, then I'll probably tell you no, because it's just too much for this game. Okay, that's it, and post in the forums and post some suggestions, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.